Hi, I'm Ben, and this is my review on Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. I really like this movie. The animation is very different from the than how Puss in Boots is normally animated. Like, when you compare this to the other Shrek movies, they kind of blend like hand-drawn and CGI. I forgot to look this up, but apparently one of the people who worked on Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse also worked on Puss in Boots, so I think they wanted to do that with Puss in Boots, like blend hand-drawn animation with CG animation. It looks very unique and different. Like when you look at the other Pixar movies, they're trying to blend different genres of animation, like, well, blending like more hand-drawn with 2D drawings. I think that's their way of bringing back hand-drawn animation, in a way. But I really like how it was animated. Okay, so the story, if you can tell by the trailer, Puss is on his on his eighth life, or so I think he's on his last life. So if he dies, he dies. And now I guess this is kind of spoilerish. So if you don't want to see so if you haven't seen the movie yet, spoilers, major spoilers. I don't know how this did at the box office, because it came out around the same time as Avatar, and due to winter storms, a lot of people didn't see it. Like, I just saw it today in January. But I had a really great time. I like the animation, I like the characters, and I like how fun it was. But anyway, Puss in Boots, so there's this big bad wolf. Now, I thought he was the big bad wolf from, like, because he kind of had that design from that movie Bad Guys, but I thought in this version he was going to be the big bad wolf from, like, Three Little Pigs or Red Riding Hood. But actually, he's the big bad wolf. He's actually a different wolf. He's supposed to be the Grim Reaper, Death, and he wants to chase after him. So because he's on his last life. So there's a fight that he gets through, but then he scratches Puss, the Death Wolf guy. I don't know what they named him, so I'm just gonna call him Death Wolf. So Death Wolf scratches Puss, and you can see a cut, and it shows blood. I thought, oh, it's probably just a grape jelly stain, like a misunderstanding is gonna fool us. But no, it's literally blood. They show blood. It's not like a big blood, it's like a scratch. Like, this has a few edges. Like, they swear in a few times, like said crap and hell, but it's like Bart Simpson took over writing for a second. But there is a scene where the dog character starts swearing and then bleeps him, like kind of like what they did in in DC Super Pets. Like, that's something they're doing interesting in these movies. Like they're bleeping out the swear words. Like, that's kind of edgy. I kind of admire that for doing that. But anyway, so so Puss in Boots retires, buries his clothes, and then retires at a cat home with a crazy cat lady and grows a little beard. But then he rents on this dog, who they later name Babito. I don't know how to pronounce the Spanish word for dog, but anyway, Babito. But he attacks him, but then he befriends him, and then the Three Little Bears, which is very different from the Three Little Bears from the first two Shrek movies. Like, they introduced what they look like, so I don't know if these are different Three Little Bears or the same ones, just got aged and big, but Goldilocks is in here, and she's like this big bad bounty hunter. And yeah, sorry, I want to go back to that, because it's funny, because if you remember in Shrek 3 and Shrek 4, they redesigned Rumpelstiltskin. Like, they had two other Rumpelstiltskin. Like, if you look at the third one, and then you look at the fourth one, they changed him. So is it kind of like that? Like, they changed it, but they never bring it up? But anyways, so Goldilocks is like this bounty hunter, and she's trying to find Puss in Boots because she thought she can lead them to the wishing stars. But then they try hunting him down, but it was hard to find him. Like, first they find him, but they didn't recognize him. But now he's like, I'm coming back. But then they go to, like, Little Jack's thumb guy, I forget. He puts the thumb in the and pulls out a thing. He's like, "What a good boy I am." Yeah, he's the villain. Even though that it's advertised that Goldilocks and the Three Bears are the villain, the Jack guy is the villain. And he's voiced by the guy I believe who does the voice for Spider-Ham in the Spider-Verse movies. But yeah, he does. He is kind of funny in here. There's a scene with Jiminy Cricket because this this Jack guy, like, he steals magic and steals like fantasy, like from all the classic fairy tales and nursery rhymes, and but he also takes the cricket conscience and puts him on his shoulder, and he's like, but then the cricket tries to reason with him, like, is there any good in you? But then he realized you're evil, and then the cricket left, which is kind of funny. There's a lot of funny, adorable scenes, like there's a scene where they do the paw and the eye thing, like, and it's super cute. But anyways, what I like about the Three Bears, like they're shown as antagonists in the first beginning, but then they realize because Goldilocks wants to because Goldilocks was an orphan and the bears kind of adopted her, but then she's like she needs to find a real family. But I thought they're gonna do I already found my family, and they did, but how it was executed was very differently. Like they later team up with Puss in Boots and Kitty Softpaws. Kitty Softpaws come back, but they both teamed up and take Jack down, and he actually ate the cookie from Alice in Wonderland books, and like eat me, drink me, so he ate the cookie and turned big, and that was a cool showdown. Like they kind of build it up, and I thought that was a cool twist. Like they even build it up as a really neat twist, which I really like. But yeah, so Kitty Softpaws is in this, and I like her. I really like Kitty Softpaws. I like the chemistry between Puss and Kitty. So, but Kitty's mad at him because there was something, but it's revealed that he left him at the altar because they were gonna get married, and he kind of left she kind of left him too because it's kind of revealed that Puss is more in love with himself, but he's kind of arrogant about it, and he's like to be the legend, the adventurer, which is, but yeah, he does learn at the end that his friends are more important, so he doesn't make the wish. In fact, he destroys the wish and Jack is defeated, and then at the end they take a boat and they go to far, far away. Yeah, far, far away. And there is like other Shrek characters cameos, like Pinocchio and Ginger makes a cameo. Except for Shrek, he doesn't, unless you want to include the opening. Oh yeah, the opening. The DreamWorks opening is really cool because they add all the characters from the movie, like Kung Fu Panda, How to Train Your Dragon, Shrek, and even Boss Baby and Bad Guys. It's weird that they don't add the Madagascar cast, like the penguins in Madagascar. Like, the penguins are not even in the opening, which is weird. Like, they were in 3 of the Madagascar movies. They got their own spin-off movie and a spin-off TV show. I saw they should have been on here. That's weird. Also, I really like the movie Megamind. I kind of wish they'd do something with that. I like Megamind. But anyways, so dog character. The dog was like disguised as a cat, and I love the friendship they bonded with, and I like that they come on with the adventures, and there's like an insult, and they give him a sad backstory of why he was abandoned, and it's pretty sad. And there's a scene where they're throwing insults and at the bears, and he's throwing insults, and it's kind of funny. But yeah, I guess that's my review. I really like Puss in Boots. It's a really great movie. I highly recommend it. I don't know if this did well at the box office because December had a wintry summer storm, and it was coming out around the same time as Avatar: The Way of Water. So I hope it's good. I hope it's still good at the box office, and that's my review. I hope you enjoyed Puss in Boots. my review on Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, and see you next time.